All right, so we'll get started. So Warren Mueller from Canada, Stages Construction, welcome on board. Well, and welcome to the mastermind as well, but also thank you very much for joining us today. Warren, tell us a little bit about yourself, about your family, where you're from, everything like that. Give us a little bit of an introduction now, please, and then we'll get continue.
Okay, I'm from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. We have some beautiful country up here, lots of mountains, close to the prairies, kind of a diverse area. So our temperatures range from -30 to +30, sometimes in the same week. My family, I have a beautiful wife who helps me out in the business and two daughters that are starting their own careers, 19 and 23. From a hobby point of view, I'm a avid skier and golfer, and I enjoy being outside. I guess that's about it.
No, awesome. So we'll get into the bit of the golf of where you go with your father soon, but also skiing. So how was your business doing prior to joining TPB, and obviously the reason that you joined TPB?
It was just myself working renovations, small renovations. For many years, it was just basically it was just a job. It paid well. I did well for myself, but I had a job. The reason I joined was I wanted to build the business end of it. Tearing out a kitchen, building a new kitchen, putting in a new bathroom, that's easy stuff for me. It was the business end of it that, the marketing, the systems that need to be in place so I can be talking to you instead of putting in the kitchen. That's what I really wanted to do. And as I was getting a little older, I wanted to build a business for the future as well.
That's amazing. What were you doing that was working at the time, but also obviously, going, this specifically is what I really need right now?
Like I said, the jobs I was getting were fine for me to get a paycheck and to enjoy, like financially, I was fine. But what I really needed is to get off the tools a little bit, not be killing myself every day on job site and still have an income coming in. And that's why I sort of figured I needed to build it from the business end of it rather than I could have got more jobs and hired more people, but I think I would have got lost in the business end of the whole thing. And not sure I would have increased my income at all by doing it that way. So that's where, and over the years, I've gone up and down in size and different size projects, but it didn't seem to go anywhere. By joining, that's what I was hoping to gain was an understanding of the business side of it, marketing, implementing systems, hopefully not working 24 hours a day like I was, because when I was done on the tools, I'd have to go do quotes. I'd have to, write up the quotes. I'd have to talk to people. So I was working 12 to 16 hours a day without even sneezing. And then, and I was probably working on my computer longer than that, right?
Yes, you were a builder, right? And as the same with a lot of other members, we are all builders. And then the business side comes to them and going, what do you need to do, right? So that's cool. So obviously you were wearing multiple hats, subbing up for some of the jobs required, but still, you had to be a builder during the day and then come home to do the numbers as well as everything else that's included within the business.
Absolutely, yeah. Since I started with the professional builder, we've made huge strides with just the fact that I can spend time doing the quotes and sitting in the office and keeping it organized. It's fantastic.
Yeah, and knowing that everything on site is actually going well. Tell me, prior to it, what was your average gross profit margin that you would have been getting?
I think it was running between 14 and 16, something like that. I think because I really didn't have a real grasp on the numbers as well.
No, that's fine. And the contract sizes you were getting at the time on around the average mark at the time would have been still six figures, or what was it like?
The average was quite low because I was doing stuff on my own. So the average was probably around $20,000 to $25,000 the jobs, average.
What was the biggest that you got at the time?
I think the biggest job I was doing was probably around 60 or 70,000.
Excellent. And obviously at the time, with what you were getting, obviously you didn't have a lot of overheads at the time because you were just working by yourself. But since being on board, what has really changed for you, like margin, your team and systems, but also yourself, your mindset?
Everything has changed. Starting with just understanding the numbers and changing my mindset to understand that I'm a business owner and trying to stop thinking as a builder or contractor. I think that was a huge step. I still struggle with that every day. Some days, like I've told you, my sites, or my site manager now, my foreman, he'll give me crap for being there because I don't need to be there because he's taking care of business. So while some of the changes are, I have a system in place for the crews for my team now, which I have a team, which is nice. Awesome. I've got a foreman and carpenter and a helper that are working the sites. Right now we're running 7 jobs at once. Everything's organized. We're not losing traction on any of them. The fact that I can be sitting here talking with you guys right now and still everything happening on the sites is massive. I've spent, just for example, today, I didn't have to go out of the office. And that's actually one of the first days that I haven't actually left the office to go put out a fire, or to go talk to somebody and make sure it was getting done. I knew it was getting done because my foreman, we have a system in place where he lets me know. So I don't have to guess, or I don't have to go out there and try to find them. So
how good is that? It's also you, from your leadership too, but finding someone that is taking that extreme ownership of what he's doing, owning it and leading it and reporting back to you. It's not quite a 2IC, but just him having that ownership and having that leadership just gives you so much more room and space to actually lead him as well as the rest of the team and your business to the vision that you want, right?
Yeah, it's massive. I found a good guy there that's really taken on. He started in January, and since then, every day it's gotten better. Like even the last 3 weeks have been a huge change where he's really taken on, and we've sat down together and redone our whole system to have the communication system between him and me. And just today we made everything just started clicking really well. So it was really nice. I know where they are. I can look at them anytime I want to, and yeah, everything's great. So if a client contacts me, I know exactly what's happening on site and I don't have to guess. So it's perfect.
Amazing. No, that's awesome. And which that alone is a great win, just finding someone like that to get everything in. He's only improving every day, right? At the moment.
Like it's been great. I can't say enough about him.
Awesome. Well, since being on board as well, what's kind of the biggest lesson for you?
Honestly, everything we've done, and I know I've just touched the tip of it.
So much more.
Everything we've done has made improvements in like small improvements everywhere. Well, even last week before the summit there, I went through my default diary and started really trying to stick to it. So that last week, even just that, I think is a huge lesson. Just having that, I posted it on my wall right behind the camera here. And
excellent.
So I look at it in the morning, I make sure I'm trying to stick to what we talked about. Just doing that has calmed me and made it simple to just get on with my day and not worry about the 15 other things that are sitting there waiting for me, because I know I'm going to get to them in an hour and a half. I don't have to worry about, I have to react to that now, or I have to react to this. It's scheduled, so I'll do it when it comes up. And I think it took me a long time to get my head around that, I think. But yeah, it makes a huge difference. It really helps with mindset too, because instead of reacting to everything, if I get a text or I get a phone call, I don't have to do that right now. I'll do it when it's scheduled. They'll get their answer when they get their answer. I'm not stressing out about it or scattered about it. I'm getting lots done.
No, awesome. And it goes back to the fact that we cannot be catering to their calls when they want, because that's when we start getting calls at nighttime and calls after hours. And by bringing them into your process, because the rule that we always say, you cannot control the person, but you can control your processes. And amazing too that you're bringing them into your process, which they understand, and you can educate them on. So then they'll get efficient answers within that time that you've allocated, right? Which by doing that, you're able to actually finish your quote without any other interruptions. Finish your meetings without any interruptions and things like that. So to really work on your time effectively for you and efficiently for yourself. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. And also last week we talked about some of the amazing wins. You signed the edition. It was a verbal contract for the 440K edition.
Yeah, it's officially signed and deposit is in the bank. So,
congratulations.
Yeah, that was, now I got to build it.
Now you got to build it. Yeah.
I'm excited. It's the biggest edition that I've ever done.
That's amazing.
So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. Hey, look,
I'll post pictures as it goes.
Yeah, please do. And a lot of members, when this kind of thing happens, they kind of go, I'm going to go back just maybe 1 or 2 days, just because it is the biggest. I'm excited about it. And I say, well, why don't you wait and let's keep making history? And then the biggest one you get, when you get the $1 million one, that's when you can do it, right?
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
It's funny because it's been growing the whole time here, right? Even just the quotes I'm doing. I've done 4 quotes in the last 2 weeks that were really decent, good renovation jobs, over 100K. And I've never done that. So as the marketing grows and all the systems grow and everything, it's leading in the right direction. It's all going towards exactly what I set my goals for this year. So
amazing.
I'm really happy.
Are all of them offering the preliminary charges?
Not all of them, no.
Not all of them?
Not all of them, but I'm working on that. We've done 2 now that we've charged for. The 440K edition, I charged for that one. Nice. And one of the other large ones that I charged for as well. So.
No, hey, that's fine. Hey, you took that first step now, right?
Yeah.
And now that you're comfortable in some, you can go, no, you know what? This one's okay. Don't need to do this for this one. But eventually, just, for us, it's more always about the time and the profit, right? So not to waste your time on ones that you're going to spend quite a lot of time on for them to say no. But you also have the luxury now to go like, honestly, I didn't waste the time. It's more experience or anything. But eventually where you have that for every single one. But again, smaller ones, family and stuff like that, you can make.
I think the biggest change with my quoting is that I've really said no to a lot of inquiries that have come in. I was using a third party to buy buy leads from, and I haven't bought a lead in the last 4 weeks, I think.
Wow.
From them. So I've had enough come in naturally. With the referrals and people just talking about it and seeing it online as well. That's the next step. Maybe in 6 months, we're going to redo my website. So it's good. It's working. It's not horrible, but I know it can be better as well. So
these days you want eyeballs as much as possible, especially because, Facebook website, that's a key area where we want to put our work, as well as impressing people that punchline when they first get into the website, right? But you've got a plan to work of that, and at the moment, obviously, with the quality that you're providing and your knowledge and your professionalism as well, and your experience, people are talking about it and referring, and which is awesome. But we also want to have a certain system in the near future to, if that ever does dry out, and I don't think it will with what you're providing and your friendly manner and just talking to you is awesome, and I can understand why the clients would love talking to you and going through the process with you. But to have it set up, so when you're ready though, you just turn it on, and now we've got the marketing going, right?
Right. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Awesome, amazing. So other than that, what any other wins, even just personally? When's your next holiday?
Oh yeah, I've booked a holiday for July.
Amazing.
Mind you, everything shut down here again today. So.
Oh no! Did they tell you how long?
Well, they're gonna try a 3-week sort of break here, but we've had our highest case levels. We're higher than the States right now. It's really bad in our area. It's really bad.
Yeah.
So I've had my
vaccination.
So is the rest of my family. So I feel okay, but it's really weird around here right now. So we live in a real, very, I don't know if you use the term redneck, but around here, we're like in the country here, but we're a big city, and it's a lot of people just don't care. They don't believe that this is happening, and So they're all going about their business as if it wasn't around, and that's creating record highs in case levels. So it's and it's mostly the variant right now that we've got here. So from England and from Brazil. So we have a huge international airport here, and we get a lot of travelers coming through Calgary.
Right.
So it's really I don't know. It's hard to describe what's happening, but we're just like in Alberta, we've got 2,000 cases a day right now.
Wow.
So it's concerning.
Yeah,
But,
I mean, what's actually happening around the world as well, and especially exactly like you said, international airport. Even if one person's at the airport, right? And obviously, what's happening in India at the moment. Burials happening in the car parks because they have to.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, and their redneck mentality, you know. I keep saying, I think one of the comedians actually said it, just saying like, if you have a cold or something, you feel sick, you go to the doctor and they prescribe you, and it could just be Panadol, but you don't question it, right? Because you know it's going to fix you. Yeah. Yeah. What's different with this?
Yeah, right. I don't know. Anyways, it's a little bit concerning around here, but it's hard to say what's going to happen. My July vacation might be canceled. So,
well, fingers crossed it's all good by then, and people do what they need to do, wear masks, and hopefully since you got the vaccination too, there's some sort of advantages to that, right?
Yeah,
hopefully.
For sure.
But we don't know. But no, that's good though. I'm glad that you booked it. Do you know what you're going to do there?
We're going to sit around the lake. It's a little cottage on a lake, and we're going to sit there and do nothing.
Oh, that's a holiday. Yeah.
Yeah. And well, I'm going to play some golf too.
Nah, good. And golf is great because good, nice long walk sometimes, and it's just so peaceful. Except sometimes when I shank the ball and the club goes flying, but hey, it is a peaceful game.
It can be.
It can be. Yeah. we just don't want to be on the same course going on that same walk. That's all.
Yeah.
You see a different side. Now, awesome, amazing. That's so good to hear. Now, I'd love to hear more about the more holidays booked as well. So really, from here, what's your plans from here? So looking 2 to 5 years onwards, where do you want to be? What do you want to do? Do you want to have, you've got 7 sites going. Do you want to step back more? Do you want to be able to systemize to get back into it more? What's your main goals to 2 to 5 years, please?
I think my biggest goal is to keep working on systemizing everything, but bigger jobs, less jobs and bigger jobs as an overall goal for the company.
Look, so a lot of times what other members want is they want certain things systemized so much that you're like just watching a machine. Yeah. Right, you see the lead go in, what's going to happen, qualifications done, you get the phone call, it's done, you've got the foreman involved. So as well as even your vision, like what does your perfect day look like?
My perfect day might be to be able to go play 9 holes in the morning, get up early and go do that before I start work.
Yeah, amazing. That's a great goal.
I want to run the business. I don't necessarily want to be going out on sales calls and having 15 different hats in 5 years. If I can step back from the day-to-day operations and just try to run the business, I think that is probably my number one goal. How that looks exactly, I haven't figured out yet.
No, amazing. And at the moment, one of the things that you even spoke about last time was the luxury of saying no to jobs, which you have done. You've said no to jobs. You're there now. And so, more and more. The fact that if you're getting that much leads that you have to say no to a lot so you can pick and choose, that's the ideal way to fill up the funnel too.
Even 6 months ago, I didn't think I would be at this point now to be able to say that. Even today, I had 3 leads come in from those websites. I had to debate with myself whether I should say no to them or not. And of course I said no, but I had to step back and say, okay, Warren, where are we going? It's not, you don't need this right now. You don't need to spend time on that right now.
That's amazing. As long as we also keep them warm and make them within the CRM database for the future too.
Yes.
Awesome. All right. Well, just do a little recapture, a bit of a roundup. So at the moment, with your daughters too, and you said also one's leaving, and your wife saying the other one is definitely not leaving forever.
No, she's staying forever.
Awesome. And obviously for them too, with you having more free time, more freedom, and to be able to take them off on holiday, and even go visit your daughter who's going to be going away, right?
Yeah,
she may not want to hear that. And obviously your situation improving from about 14-16% gross profit, but not 100% on top of the numbers, to being on top of the numbers, making a good profit of 20+% thereabout, as close to 25% as possible, right?
Yeah.
Your job's getting bigger, which is amazing. Holiday book for July, which I fingers crossed again, that you're able to go.
Yeah.
You got time back for yourself, but also your foreman Shane. Also, you have Kyle, which is Shane's son.
Yeah.
And Ryan, your daughter's boyfriend, the daughter that's staying with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you say it like that, it sounds really weird, though. a little bit too close to the family, eh?
Yeah, it's not quite a family business, but a family business kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's amazing too that you got your daughter's boyfriend on, also to keep an eye out on him too, right?
Yes, for sure, 100%.
Yeah, 100%. No, amazing. So I'm really happy with where you're going. With the short-term goals that we've got, as well as those long-term, I will be looking forward to making a great plan, getting your business maturity date, as well as your A to Z of operations, so we are on top of everything when we need the next person, and really looking forward to getting those wins. And hopefully by the next quarter, the way you're going, I think you're going to be up in the running for the next member of the quarter too. The way you're smashing in, the way you're getting the job. So I won't put you on as a discomfort position, but don't stop getting those wins ever because of that. If you don't want it, we'll say, all right, you're the member of the quarter here for us, but with everyone, we'll say it's someone else. But don't stop, keep the momentum, keep accelerating, and really appreciate your time for the interview here today as well.
Awesome.
Excellent, Warren. Have an awesome afternoon. Thank you very much again.
Thanks, Peter.